Hey everybody, this is Kira from the forums, and I'm here to bring you number 14, the pick of the day. So last one was a totally Boomer and Jackie filled video, and we are starting off with the final picture of the Zoo Crew arc. So I won't gush too much about it because I know you guys have already heard enough about it, and I will be making a video much later on with some other people about Boomer, his character, his history, how much we love him, how he's the savior of Fusion Fall. That one's a joke. But I will start off on the first picture, which is the aquarium. It's kind of hinted that it is. I'm pretty sure at this point it must have been confirmed, or at least enough people have said it that it's been acknowledged that it's the aquarium. It's a really cool aquarium, honestly. It's full of it's full of windows to see in. It's most likely going to be an infected zone, perhaps, because I'm noticing in the aquarium itself, in the structure, a lot of things are floating. There's a bright terrafuser, so it's possible that it's been affected. It'll be fun to go in and actually see what they designed for the aquarium. I thought stupidly when I saw this, I'm like, how are we going to breathe in water? And then I realized I'm an idiot. It's not really going to be underwater or anything. So, I don't know. Be cool if there was like a water kind of level and you had to wear a suit. But that was just stupid me thinking a stupid thought and then realizing that split second later, we're not doing that. In this picture, we do get little Jackie over in the corner, showing that the last picture we saw, the actual drawn one by Vert, takes place immediately right there, and right behind it is the aquarium, which makes the caption, "But what would we do with a fish?" all the more hilarious, because here's a blowfish and there's the aquarium right behind them. So that's it for the Zoo Crew. I don't know if we're going to be coming back to the zoo. I know we get to see Boomer and Jackie one more time later on in the POTDs. That's much later on. It's going to take me another 2 videos or so to get there. So we'll move on from the zoo, and since the next one is a Halloween themed one, we get to see Fusion Grim out by the Haunted Mines. I don't know if they just picked that place because it is the spookiest looking. I mean, that purple mist and atmosphere, it looks so cool. This might confirm Fusion Grim is going to be back at Haunted Mines like he was before. I'm not opposed to that. He could work in the graveyard, but I think it's just too obvious. A haunted mine would be more fun for him. His design's really cool. He looks a little more muscular. I don't know. His chest just looks broader, you know? His face is totally spooky. I'll put up an image of what the original one was. I can't find it right now. But this one, it's clearly more defined. You can see the mouth and the nose and the eyes a bit better. On the Grim one, you just saw just his eyes and maybe a bit of an indent of what his mouth would look like. But this picture is so cool. In hindsight, I wish I put this up on Halloween as my desktop, but next year. There's always next year that I'll put it up as my Halloween one. I think it'll be a cool one. Sorry, I'm still getting over my cold. I was gonna not do this, but I'm like 4 videos behind, and I want to at least try to pretend that I'm gonna catch up, and match the PODDs as they come, so that I'm not constantly doing such old ones that everyone knows. So the third picture is at Dizzy World. Almost said Disney World, but no, it's Dizzy World. We are looking at the outside of the Dizzy World, and it's going in. And actually, this scene is actually going to play later with some characters. I think Blue and BMO, this is the exact spot they're in. But you can just see inside Disney World, and it looks like they really did touch it up. I'll admit, Disney World wasn't a terrible infected zone for me. It looked pretty cool, but it was also kind of plain in a way. Like, they gave you just a certain route to take, and the rest was just kind of ignored. But it looks like they changed it. If anyone saw the live stream about the future Tech Square, they know that there was a building that originally was going to be showing up in the betas. And I think there might be some really old videos. Don't quote me on this, but there might be some really old videos showing the building. So they took the assets and they are now using it as a concession stand. I think that's what was said. In the infected zone, which it looks like it could work as a concession stand. I'd also say maybe a gift shop, just because it's got that enclosed house look, but it could work as a gift shop. The first thing I was drawn on in the picture were the sakura trees or the cherry blossom trees, whichever one you prefer. Were those there in the original? Because I don't think they were there in the original, and if they were, then I'm terrible at remembering. But if they weren't there, that's kind of cool that they added some new trees, planted them in that area, because it really does look nice, and it kind of shows the difference between the two, because the pink just stands out next to that green. I know, this is an infected zone I'm interested in seeing. We get to see the grid again, the hexagon-looking thing, and that's always cool. I really do like that pattern. It's much better. It shows you clearly where the infected zone is instead of just being an invisible wall. Don't know. I like it. Let's see. That was our third one. So the next one is Robot Jones over at Mandark's Industry. And it looks like he's deep in the business, in the lab. So if we get to go in, that'd actually be really cool. You know, get to see some parts of the building, not do a whole full walkthrough, like as if this was like a business type of RPG. Like, I'm not expecting any like Legend of Zelda stuff where you can walk through the buildings. But if we can just go into certain parts through a teleporter, that'd be cool. Little Robot Jones and his little happy smile, wearing his little uniform. He is so cute. He's adorable. I know. I'm going to go see Boomer first, because Boomer is... I've adopted him. He's my child. I will fight you all for him. But Robot Jones is also so cute. I'm so happy. He's really a character that, unless you grew up at that time... which was like the early 2000s, you don't know who he is. Because they didn't give him much prime time. He had his slots on Fridays, but they kind of pushed him to much later. He only ran for maybe a season, a couple episodes at most. So he didn't get much recognition. So it's really nice seeing him be here and have a role. And it's kind of a big role. I mean, he's Mandark's assistant. And Mandark is pretty involved in the war. Him and Dexter are like the front lines of it. They're the ones dishing out the tech and the supplies and all of that. And so it's really cool seeing him have a big role, or at least a big supporting role. I really do hope we get a nano. I'm pretty sure we get his nano. So that'd be cute. I would love 4 slots, though, you know? Just throwing it out there for 4 nano slots. No, I know that won't happen. But I'm really happy. I hope we see Jones again soon. We kind of just got a quick glimpse of him. I hope he pops back up. I know right now they're doing a whole big arc. I'm going to call it the interview arc, where and we'll talk about it in the next one, because the next picture actually starts this overarching arc that's bigger than all the other arcs we've had. So it'd be nice if they went up to City Station and Robot Jones responds. But I don't know. I'm really excited to see what he does, because of all of a majority of the characters, he has a big blank slate because not a lot of people from the fandom know him. He wasn't utilized really well, and this opens up a big game for him because he's basically Computrix's counterpart, but he's not evil. He's just super nice, and he just wants to fit in and understand humans. And Mandark, I'm not going to say he was the first human because Jones does have a lot of friends. Not a lot of friends, but he has human friends in the show. But this is one in Fusion Fall. So if they're going to follow show lore, then he's already had friends. If they don't, then Mandark might be his first friend. Oh, that'd be a fun story. Food for thought later. Keep your eyes out on the forums for it, though. So let me get away from Jones before I turn this into similar with Boomer, where I just talk and talk and talk. That'll be for much later. Our last picture, which actually begins the next arc that goes on for... it's running on its 3rd week, so that's pretty impressive. There's really nothing on the picture itself. It's pretty plain. What's cool about it, though, is it's shot from a video camera. So you're seeing it from a video camera's viewpoint, and I think that's kind of cool effects that we get to see it in such a way. It does make it interactive, more so compared to a lot of the other POTDs, because it's basically putting you in the first person point of view. Yes, you do get to see all of the other POTDs as first person in a way, like you can pretend you're the player standing there looking out. But this one's the first one that really makes it a first person point of view instead of the others, which are all more 3D, third person point of views. There were a lot of speculations on who was running it, who's behind the camera, who's talking in the captions. Since it's already been a couple weeks, we already know it's Argost. Sorry if I'm saying his name wrong. I didn't watch Secret Saturdays. I stopped watching around that time. But it's Argost, High Five Ghost. I haven't watched regular show. I'm remembering these names off of what I saw on the forums. And Muscle Man. Those are the 3 people that are running this arc, and I'm gonna admit it's a really fun arc. Sorry. We do get to see it at the start. We're 10 seconds into the video, and we see the battery. So over time, as the POTDs go, you actually see that the battery dies, and at a certain point, like at the most recent one, it's starting to push towards the halfway point. So it's going to be really fun for when it's on its last leg. That's going to be such a fun POTD. Like when we get down to the last couple minutes on the battery life, it's going to be incredible. So those are my 5 for this video. We had the Aquarium, Fusion Grimm, Dizzy World, Robot Jones, and the start of the interview arc. So as I said, I'm kind of behind on my videos. I have this one and then 3 more to be considered caught up. I don't know if I'm going to get them all done in a rush like I've been doing for the other ones. I will be gone for the weekend because at the point of this recording and this posting, it is Thanksgiving, 2 days before Thanksgiving. So I'm going to be away out of state to celebrate the holiday. And as I mentioned in my channel update video, I have a job that basically has me working days and afternoons, and I only get evenings and weekends off. So my time is limited on these recordings. But I'm going to try. I think I'm going to binge record these after I get back and once my cold is gone, because I'm sure it's annoying for you guys to hear me constantly cough. And even I find my nasal voice annoying to listen to, and it must be hard for you guys for, what are we on? 15 minutes. You've basically heard me talk with a nasal voice for like 15 minutes. So I might do one more today, just so I'm even at a 2 more. Well, we'll see. I'm really excited to see where these POTDs are going. It's a lot of fun, you know, actually seeing a lot of these characters interact, and it's really creative to do it from an interview point of view, you know? So that'll be it for me. I'm going to catch you guys all on the forums, and in Tom's famous words, stay gold.